product law, quotient law, power of power is 3. Negative, fractional. Good day. So we'll be talking about indices, logarithm, and sort. But we will talk about indices first. Now, what is indices? Indices is a mathematical expression that tells us how many times a number is being multiplied by itself to get a result. Take, for example, if I have 2 raised to the power of 4. Of course, you know this is 16. So this 2 raised to the power of 4 is an example of indices expression. Now, for every indices expression, we have base and power. This is the power or the index. Power or the index. And this is the base. This is the base. So indices will tell us how many times a number is being used to multiply itself. So what this means is that 2 is being used to multiply itself in 4 different times. So the power or the index will be the one to tell us the number of times the base is being used to multiply itself. Now, the power here is 4 and the base here is 2. What this is telling us is that 2 is being used to multiply itself in 4 times. If I have 2 raised to the power of 2, what it means is that 2 is being used to multiply itself in 2 times. Now, indices help us to write long division in a short form. They help us to write long division in a short form. Take for example, I have this as example as well. Let's use this as example as well. Instead of writing 2 multiplied by 2 in 4 times, I can just write 2 raised to the power of 4 instead of writing 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So indices help us to write long multiplication in short form. Now we have 7 laws of indices we'll be taking a look at. 7 laws of indices we'll be taking a look at. Laws of indices. Laws of indices. The first one is the product law. The first one is the product law. Number 1 is the product law. Now, if I have a raised to the power of x multiplied by a raised to the power of y, then this is equal to ax plus y. This is equal to ax plus y. Now, if I have 2 raised to the power of 3 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 2, then this will be equal to 2, 3 plus 2. You pick one base and you add the power together. The base are the same. The base here is a, the base here is a, they have the same base. So if any 2 expressions with the same base are multiplying each other, then you pick one base and add their power together. For this one, they have the same base. You pick one base and you add their power together. So this will be 2 raised to the power of 5. Always check out for their base before you apply product law and ensure that their base is the same. Now, the second one is quotient law. The second law is quotient law. Quotient law. Quotient law of indices. You have a raised to the power of x divided by a raised to the power of y. A raised to the power of x divided by a raised to the power of y. Then this is equal to a x minus y. A raised to the power of x minus y. If I have 2 raised to the power of 2, 3 divided by 2 raised to the power of 2, then this will be 2 raised to the power of 3 minus 2, and this will give us 2. Also, before you apply this law, you have to check for their base. Are their base the same? For this, their base is the same and it is equal to this. And for this one, their base is the same as well. So you apply the law only if their base is the same. Only if their base is the same. The third law is the power of power law. The third law is the power of power. Power of power law. What this states is that if I have a raised to the power of m into bracket, then raised to the power of n, this is equal to a, this is power, this is power. So you multiply the power together, m multiplied by n. So take for example, I have 2 raised to the power of x, then this will be equal to 2 raised to the power of x multiplied by 2, and this will give us 2 raised to the power of 2x. So this is the power of power law. The fourth law is the fractional law. The fourth law is the fractional law. And what the fractional law states is, if I have a raised to the power of x over y, then this is equal to square root of y here, a raised to the power of x. Take for example, if I have 2 raised to the power of 1, 3 over 2, then this is my x and this is my y. Our y will come to this place and our x will be the power of the base. This will be 2 raised to the power of 3. This will be 2 raised to the power of 3. So this is for the fractional law. Now the fourth law is the negative index law. Sorry, the fifth. The fifth is the negative index law. The fourth is the product law. The second is the quotient law. The third is the power of power law. The fourth is the fractional law. And the fifth is the negative index law. Negative index law. Negative index law. Now what this says is that if I have a raised to the power of n minus n, if I have a raised to the power of minus n, then this is equal to 1 all over a raised to the power of n. Now take for example, if I have 2 raised to the power of minus 1, my n here is 1, then this will be 1 all over the base. You write the base, which is 2, then the n 1, which is the same thing as 1 all over 2. If I have x raised to the power of minus 2, this will be 1 all over x squared. This is the negative index law. And the sixth one is the zero index law. Zero index law. Zero index law. And what it says is that anything raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. If I have a raised to the power of 0, then this will be equal to 1. But you should note that 0 raised to the power of 0 is not equal to 1. There is an exemption for this zero index law. 0 raised to the power of 0 is not equal to 1. But anything raised to the power of 0 aside the 0 raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. No matter how big that number is, once the power is 0, then the number is equal to 1. This is the sixth law. Then the seventh law, the last one, is if a raised to the power of x is equal to a raised to the power of y, then x is equal to y. So if you have an expression at this side and you have an expression at this side, and both expressions have the same base, then their power is equal to each other. So if I have 2 raised to the power of x is equal to 2 raised to the power of 2, since they have the same base, x will be equal to 2. X will be equal to 2. Once their base is the same, then their power is the same as well, according to the seventh law of indices according to the seventh law of indices. If I have 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 27, and we are to find x. This is the same thing as 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 3 raised to the power of 3. 3 raised to the power of 3 will give us 27. So their base is the same. X will be equal to 3. So those are the 7 laws of indices we will be applying in these topics and some other topics as well.